You're listening to Amazing Radio. This is Amazing Afternoons. I'm delighted to say that on the line with me right now, I have Dylan John Thomas. Dylan, how are you and where are you this afternoon?
You're right, Frankie. I'm just in my house, mate. Just chilling.
Aye, chilling. Chilling would be the operative word to use at the moment. It's freezing cold. I'm in the northeast of England at the moment doing the show from home this afternoon. It's a cold time of year to go out touring, but you're going to be doing that soon because you got this debut record coming out on the 2nd of Feb. How does it feel, Dylan, to have your debut record coming out? What's your emotions at this time? Because I guess you've been waiting a lifetime to release it, but is it quite an exciting time?
I suppose lockdown kind of made us second guess when we're going to put out the album and when we're going to finish the recordings. So I guess that it's been a wee while to get it out. But it's been class to listen to the full kind of body of work from start to finish, and looking forward to getting out touring and to be able to play some of the new songs.
Yeah, let's talk about the record then. You recorded it with Rich Turvey, didn't you? Who's previously worked with Blossoms and Cortinas and people like that. Whereabouts did you record it, or was it a kind of a remote thing? Did you mention COVID there? Did that affect the production of the record?
So the way, like the kind of process is that we write the tunes and then, I would write the songs and then I would do the demos up here in Glasgow, and then I would go down to Liverpool and basically replace the kind of tracks that I'd already recorded as demos, and we would record in Kempston Street Studios in Liverpool with Rich, and it was a good experience. It was class.
Are you the kind of artist that is quite open to ideas in the studio? Obviously, working with someone like Rich as well, he brings a wealth of experience. But are you quite open to ideas, or do you stick to your guns?
I suppose that we never really went overboard with the production, so it's never been like me and Rich work quite well together because, as I said, I'll do the demos in the house, and I'll get all the different ideas that I think might work or doesn't work, and you get it down and you see and you figure it out, and then from that I'll go down to Liverpool to record in a bigger studio, and from there there's maybe just some different ideas that we'll do, but nothing too far away from the kind of original idea. So it's been great working with Rich.
Are you someone who, enjoys the studio experience? Are you becoming more accustomed to that as you grow in your musical career? Do you appreciate your time in the studio, or are you just wanting to get out and play the songs live? Because I guess your songs, particularly what we've heard to date. They're very, very straight, written down on guitar, amazing lyrics which connect to people. And you're right, the song is there, so you don't have to mess around too much with, I don't know, analog gear or old amps and stuff like that, or loads of different outboards in the studio. How do you find your time in the studio?
I think that it's very much just a transferring what we do live into the studio. So there's never been like we're all live musicians and we all played since we were children. And I think that growing up through live music and busking and gigging, it was when you get into the studio, you're not trying to put 50 tracks down of different instruments. Do you know what I mean? It's very much guitar, bass, drums, and maybe piano with a bit of synth. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think we don't change too much from the live side to the recording side of it. So I enjoyed the experience. It's just gone in. It's just another way to. I enjoy the full kind of writing, recording, and being able to go and tour the songs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, how many sessions did you end up doing? And how long? Or what was the length of time that you were in the studio?
So it turned out the way that we had managed to do it was we'd basically done a track a day. So the full album was probably recorded in about kind of 13, 15, 14, 15 days, round about that. But that was spread out through like a kind of prolonged period, just through different things that was going on. And but it was nice to finally have the finished piece and be able to just sit down and listen to it from start to finish. But all that kind of cathartic element to it as well.
It must be quite a proud moment for you when you are able to sit back and listen to your debut record in full. Can you remember where you were? Were you in a particular space, or did you have a glass of red wine or something while you were enjoying it?
No, I was lying on my bed with my earphones in it.
And I suppose you were happy with the mix. Did you just leave that up to Rich to get the mixing right and things like that?
Aye, so Rich does some of the mixing, and then like we just kind of go back and forth and see what works. And then one of my mates, who was actually my old lecturer when I done sound production, a guy called Sean Neveland, he mastered the album, which sounds
Yeah,
great.
that's fantastic. And it's nice that you could have your old lecturer involved in the process as well. You've announced a run of dates as well around the release of the record. Quite intimate venues for yourself. I bet you can't wait to get in them, though.
I think it was the idea to be able to play a different kind of size of show with the album, and it not really feeling just like a standard kind of show that we've been playing up here in Scotland. Down south, we played. I think we done Liverpool Academy on that tour just there, which was nice because that's the first time where I feel that kind of coming down to England playing venues that aren't basements, because we've done that for years. We toured the basements, and then to be at a point now, I think we played Newcastle University, we played Liverpool Academy. So getting to that point where it's kind of like thousand caps is that's a nice place to be. Aye. But in terms of this tour here, this album tour, it'll be nice to play the kind of smaller venues again.
It must be nice to move up in the levels of a venue from basement to ground level and then outdoors, which you'll be doing in the summer. Already been announced for Transmit Festival main stage. I bet you're already really looking forward to that. That's going to be a real career-defining moment today, won't it?
Well, we grew up just along the road from there, Glasgow Green. So I think that it's always a special place to play. We used to busk outside it when it first opened up, when the festival opened up maybe about 6 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
And I used to busk outside it, so to play the main stage, it'd be a nice time as well. I think we'll be on about 5 o'clock, so it's a great time to play.
There's lots of talk over the years since Transmit. Well, Tea in the Park was the big Scottish festival, and then it moved to Transmit. I don't know if you ever went to Tea in the Park, but do you think Transmit still works as a festival? Do you think it's still it's better than Tea in the Park, or have you only ever known Transmit?
No, I went to the last two shows. I think the last two times at Tina Park, and I think Transmit's just it's nicer for people who don't want to go do the full festival thing, because it's a city thing. Like you can just turn up for the day, do you know what I mean? Or you can go for the 3 days and just stay in hotels around the city. So it just depends what you like. I'm not very much of I don't really like camping. So I like the idea of a kind of city. Like you can just, for example, if there's a headliner that you really wanted to see, then you can just go down to the city. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to travel up away north. But people have different things that they enjoy, and I think people do miss tea in the park.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you likely? I'm not expecting you to announce any, but are you likely to be playing any other festivals over the summer?
We're not sure yet. We're still trying to figure things out, but hopefully get a wee tour happening after summer.
Oh, that's fantastic. Listen, I know you got a lot of these to do this afternoon, Dylan, so we'll let you get on, but all the best with the debut record, and we'll see you at a date real soon.
Cheers, thank you. Cheers, see you in a bit.